First Plus. I just want to let you know about some of the top stories that we are following right now. And I want to begin with this really a devastating fire, this news. A Cherokee County business has been completely destroyed because of a fire that happened earlier this morning. It actually started just around 4 a.m. at Garland Mountain Sporting Clays and Grill, which is on Garland Mountain Trail in Waleska. Firefighters say the main building is a total loss, as well as a dozen or more golf carts. Flames also spread to woods surrounding the property. Cherokee County Fire and Emergency Services saying that they are requesting help, that they did request help to battle the blaze from some neighboring communities. Thankfully, no injuries were reported, but certainly done a lot of damage. This fire has done a lot of damage in that community as well. Also want to let you know about an overnight fire at a DeKalb County gas station being investigated as well. And it is being investigated as a possible arson. According to DeKalb County captain of the fire and rescue group there, firefighters responded to the Texaco gas station on North Decatur Road and DeKalb Industrial Way just after 2 a.m. this morning. When firefighters got there, they saw flames coming from the store. They shut off the gas line. They put out the flames. Atlanta News First did speak with a wife of an employee who was working at the store at the time, who said that her husband told her that two men came into the store and one had a gun pointing it at him, demanding that he come out of the glass enclosure, and that he refused to do so. And then that's when the other man allegedly started pouring gasoline into the enclosure and lit it on fire. She says that her husband grabbed a fire extinguisher to put out the flames. The men eventually were frustrated and ran off, allegedly. Arson investigators are saying that the store does have surveillance cameras. They are going to look through surveillance footage as they try to piece together exactly what happened in this case. But again, that is being investigated as a possible arson that apparently began as some sort of attempted robbery as well. Okay, I also want to point you to another story on AtlantaNewsFirst.com that is top of mind for us and something that our team is spending a lot of time following. Apologize for a little bit of the delay there. So I'm just going to pop myself up on camera as I tell you the latest news here, which is that a jury has been seated in the Young Thug trial and will be meeting again here. But I want you to just, I think now we got the connection back here. But look, this jury selection process began back in January. It's lasted historically long. It's been a historically long jury selection process for this massive racketeering trial. And finally, more than 10 months in, a jury has finally been seated. And the case in chief is expected to begin on October 27th. That is just after Thanksgiving. But looking at the jury breakdown, of course, we've got 12 jurors, which is typical, 6 alternates, which is quite a few alternates, but, probably just, a bit of a precaution there because it is such a complicated and important case. But the jury breakdown is 10 black women, 2 white women, 3 black men, and 3 white men. Certainly this was something that was important in terms of the demographic breakdown to each sides for various reasons. We started with the jury pool yesterday of about 50 that had been qualified. Well, it was actually 48. And then each side, the prosecution and the defense, was able to exercise preemptory strikes where they were able to eliminate jurors for various reasons. And obviously the jury pool makeup is something that's always very important to cases like this. But we're going to follow this massive racketeering trial. We're going to be streaming it live here on Atlanta News First Plus, and of course do extensive coverage on Atlanta News First. So I encourage you to check it out, any updates, and download our free app if you haven't done so yet. Opening statement set to begin November 27th. All right, let's talk about this forecast. Chilly out there. First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris tracking the latest with this because it just feels like there's so many changes.
Yes, all this blue that you see on the map, Joy, indicates that cold air that's still in place. I'll say this, though. We're at 41 degrees right now. We started in the 30s earlier this morning, even some upper 20s. So we're doing better now compared to earlier this morning. Still sitting at 29 degrees, though, in Dallas. As we zoom out and take a look at the rest of North Georgia, we're at 33 degrees in Blairsville, 41 in Ellijay, 41 again in Atlanta, 40 in Noonan. Now, I will say that we still may be seeing some freezing temperatures in the higher elevations of the mountains, but the freeze warning that we had in effect has expired as of 10 o'clock this morning. So from this point on, temperatures will not be at freezing, or at least they should start to warm up throughout the rest of your day. Your high is 58 degrees, a little bit warmer than what we saw yesterday, but still chilly out there this afternoon. So today is definitely a day where you'll need the jacket the entire day. And then we'll do this all over again on Friday morning. Temperatures will be back into the low to mid 30s, maybe even some upper 20s on Friday morning. We're not currently under a freeze warning, but we'll likely see another freeze warning for Friday morning. We're currently under a freeze watch. And that basically means that if you have plants or vegetation that cannot handle those freezing temperatures, you want to get those indoors. But now this is going to be our third straight morning of this, so hopefully you already have those plants taken care of. Friday afternoon, we're up to 65 degrees. I'll point out that even though it's super cold, we're going to see plenty of sunshine, so the afternoons won't be that bad at all. We also won't see the strong wind that we saw yesterday, so that'll take a little bit of the bite out of the air. This weekend is looking fantastic. 71 Saturday, 74 Sunday. Still chilly in the mornings, but really nice afternoons. Again, plenty of sunshine. As a reminder, daylight saving time will come to an end Saturday night, so make sure and change your clocks 1 hour back. Move your clocks back an hour. You get an extra hour of sleep on Saturday night. But then remember, starting Sunday, the sun will set an hour earlier as well. And then as we go into next week, temperatures will stay in the 70s. In fact, we're warming into the upper 70s by next Wednesday. So after starting in the 20s this morning, within the week, we'll be back to nearly 80 degrees. So it's cold, but the cold weather is short-lived. What you did see in that 7-day forecast was a lack of rain. We do not have any rain over the next 7 days. And as you can see with our drought monitor, we need the rain. We're in a moderate drought right now in Atlanta. And as you go further north and west, up in northwest Georgia, even as far south as like Pickens County, Gilmer County, we're looking at an extreme drought. So we need the rain. Doesn't look like we'll get any rain over the next week. Just kind of looking ahead, it does look like the systems that we're watching, they're not really moving far enough south, so the rain is stopping like in the Tennessee area early next week. But we may be able to squeeze out some rain by the end of next week. We'll keep you up to date on that, but at this point, over the next 7 days, we just don't see any rain. So we'll stay dry. On the good side of that, if you have any plans, outdoor plans, you don't have to worry about getting wet over the next 7 days, but definitely continue to bundle up for the rest of the week, and then we're back into the 70s as we head toward the upcoming weekend. So we hope that you guys have a great Thursday, and until next time, we'll see you soon.